I'm not gonna lie, Naughty Dog honestly one of the best video game developers. Them niggas don't miss. Yeah, we don't talk about that, but when we talk highly of is Uncharted 4. They was in their Louis V bag making this game. The game starts off with Nathan Drake fighting this guy in prison. And I won't lie, I was getting beat harder than the chicken on a lonely Friday night. But once the guards broke up the fight, it seems like Nathan Drake was trying to turn that lonely Friday night into something else.
Hey, give me a call when you're tall enough to ride the ride.
Ain't no way.
And when I say something else, I mean my favorite type of video on a lonely Friday night. Or should I say every night? In other words, I'm trying to say I have no friends.
Okay.
But while this pig was supposedly taking me to my cell, I ran into this officer beating an inmate. And to my surprise, it was a white inmate. At least they're changing their ways. They went from not letting us breathe to just beating us. Improvement is improvement, I guess. But it turns out the warden of the prison is corrupted.
Alright.
What's new? But he took me to this tower that looked like it went down 23 years ago to search for this treasure that we needed. And of course, to get to this tower, I had to climb. At this point, they just need to call this game Climbing Simulator. Like, this nigga Nathan Drake can actually climb forever. But I eventually made my way into this tower and I quickly found the treasure that I needed. And then the warden took me right back to jail. Yay. But now that I'm back, I showed the treasure to my brother and psychotic friend, and we are all more paranoid than a nigga that got imaginary ops. So we went to talk somewhere private, and since the entire jail wants us dead, they found us. But I'm not gonna lie, we are pretty ear biting, so we lasted until the guards came to break it up. And once the warden took us back to his office, the psychotic friend killed him, which indubitably made the jail riot. So me and the boys decided to escape, and while we were escaping, our brother died. So sad.
Nate, your brother is dead.
But anyways, you should like this video and subscribe to this channel. But we slid down this hill onto a boat and the game cuts to black. A few years go by and my new job is to dive for things in the ocean. This isn't anything new because I already do this with your mom and your hopefully above age sister. But I attached these cables to this container and they pulled us both out of the water. And knowing Nathan Drake's look, I was positive a shark was gonna try to eat my ass. I mean, once I finished a hard days at work, I decided to play with a Nerf gun. I can't believe this nigga has a wife. And speaking of her, once I went downstairs, we played Crash Bandicoot and she let me hit. This nigga got it made. But while I'm at work the next day, it turns out that my brother Sam is actually alive. And he told me exactly how he escaped. And it turns out he made friends with a cartel boss. But since we on the topic of jail though, I feel like they should have never canceled Beyond Scared Straight. Like, I just feel like as a society, niggas need Beyond Scared Straight. Like, niggas my age is getting out of hand. But anyways, we successfully escaped. But we find out that the treasure that we found at the beginning of the game was a fake. Unlike your mom unusually large tits. So Sam came to me for help to find a real treasure. And if he doesn't get it in 2 months, the cartel guy would indubitably kill him. But honestly, why should I care? I live life thinking you were dead once. I don't mind doing it again. We found out that the real treasure was being auctioned off in this mansion, so we decided to sneak in. And what other way could we get in besides climbing? I'm starting to think Nathan Drake created the whole concept of climbing, like. But we made our way into this mansion, and to progress in this mission, I had to pickpocket a key card from a man's back pocket. While I was grabbing the key card, I should have grabbed something else. I made my way to this electrical box to cut the lights so Sam could steal the real treasure. Now we had to escape, but as I was leaving, I ran into this black man who beat my ass. This nigga beat my ass so bad he threw me through a window. But that actually led me to my brother who indubitably needed help. But we escaped with the real treasure, which actually led us to Scotland. And this chapter was pretty boring compared to the others, so we finna skip to the Madagascar part. Now that we made it to Madagascar, Nathan Drake decided to give this statue a high five.
Joan, I haven't gotten a single high five since I've been in here. Could you give me a few under the table? Everyone else is getting them.
I'm just joking, I would never disrespect someone's god, unlike another woman I know. But we got interrupted by the military, and just like every other piece of fiction there is out there, they got beat by a barely trained protagonist and his horribly trained team. But once we got rid of all of those goons, Sam found a map on one of their bodies which shows all of the possibilities where the treasure could be. So we decided to split up, which is usually always a good idea in a movie, right? We finally made it to this location where for some reason I bought an apple just for it to get stolen by a black kid. or that may have just been a lemur. But I got back on task and climbed to the top of this tower to ring a bell, which fell, and somehow Anita McSwain lived to see another day. But after a few intense minutes of solving puzzles, our rivals in business called his poorly trained troops to come after us. So we hopped in our Jeep preparing to witness pure cinema. Like Nathan was swinging from ropes to cars, being dragged by cars, but somehow being fine, I don't know how. And while all of that was happening, he was being shot at, bro. And then the most infamous, most legendary Uncharted chase scene happened, where Sam and Drake was riding on a bike together, bro. But me and the boys made it home successfully, and there my wife was. The same wife who I've been lying to about my quote unquote job. But I'm not gonna lie though, why she killing my vibe though? Bitch. But if y'all enjoyed this video, like, subscribe. I love y'all niggas. Remember that you're important, and I'm gonna catch y'all niggas in the next video.